What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Demon the Warrior here, and I am so excited right now. Hold up. Excuse me there, I had to burp. But Seth freaking... there my voice go. Cracking. But, Seth freaking Rollins is back. Okay. I am shocked. Literally. Because all I've heard from people going over news and everything, they were saying Seth Rollins isn't scheduled to come back until early June. He's filming a WWE films, some kind of thriller movie, and he's not supposed to be coming back till sometime in June. And I watched the Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles match, and I was mad because once again they're making Roman Reigns into a god because he kicked out of 2 Styles clashes and everything, and it's just awful. But everybody was booing because Roman Reigns retained the title. He was raising the title high. Out of nowhere, the crowd starts screaming loud. I was like, what's going on? I see Seth Rollins come in the ring, and he delivers a pedigree to Roman Reigns. Dude, here's what I was doing. I jumped up off my bed. I was like laying down on my bed watching it. I jumped up off my bed. I like clapped my hands, and I was saying something. I don't remember what I said. And I was like really excited. I wish I would have recorded it. But yeah, I'm glad Seth Rollins is back because we need Seth Rollins really bad. And it seems like everybody is coming back earlier than they're scheduled to, because I think when Cesaro came back, he wasn't supposed to come back for like maybe another couple weeks or something like that. But he came back a little early, and Cesaro's been doing great. Now we got Seth Rollins back, who's came back a little bit earlier than anybody expected. And John Cena is coming back next Monday on May 30th, Memorial Day. And then you got Randy Orton coming back sometime in June, July, between there, whenever he's ready. And yeah, this is great. Now we can finally get out of this era where we are stuck with nothing but garbage. Okay, well, first off, I don't want to say that everything we have is garbage, but maybe now that we've got Cesaro, Rollins, Cena's coming, Orton's coming, and whoever else is coming, Finn Balor might debut sometime this summer, I don't know. Anything's possible. The company has nowhere to go but up. And thank God we can finally get out of this fucking Roman Empire era. For the love of God, we need to get out of this Roman Empire era. I'm literally sick to my stomach every week in this Roman Empire era. Ever since Seth Rollins got injured last year before, was it Survivor Series, when he was supposed to face Roman Reigns? That has to be the worst thing that could have happened in the WWE. Now, they could have done better with Roman Reigns, but they booked him like garbage, booked him like freaking Superman. Everybody hated him, they didn't care. WrestleMania was a god-awful show. They wanted to get it over with. 6 hours long is way too long. They lied about the crowd attendance. It was just, WrestleMania was garbage. Payback was good. Extreme Rules was meh. I mean, Extreme Rules had some good matches. But, yeah. From Survivor Series last year, Roman Reigns won the title, up until now, it has been considered the Roman Empire era. And I, for one, want this to end so badly. I want real wrestling to come back. Okay? Because now that all these good guys that were injured, now that they're coming back, they've got newer talent to face. Because just think about it. You could have here's some matches Seth Rollins could have. Seth Rollins versus Cesaro. Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens. I don't know if they fought before. Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn. That about it? I don't know, but you can have Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. Randy Orton versus Sami Zayn. John Cena versus AJ Styles. You can have all these great matches. I'm surprised they still haven't done Cesaro versus AJ Styles yet, but you got some new faces in the WWE. And, you know, you can make some good matches with this. You know, all new rivalries. You get these guys coming back. You know, fresh rivalries. Somebody's Snapchatting me right now, but I'm just gonna ignore that for the moment. But yeah. So I'm happy at the moment. Here's pretty much my review of Extreme Rules. I was kind of in and out through the whole thing. I didn't really care too much. I didn't watch the pre-show, so I didn't know if Baron Corbin beat Dolph Ziggler or Dolph Ziggler beat Baron Corbin. I don't really give a fuck. They are doing very, very poorly with Baron Corbin, in my opinion. And they're doing the same with Apollo Crews. Everybody knows that, and it's saddening. But what are you going to do? The club beat the Usos, which is good for the club because they've been losing and getting dominated and losing and getting dominated for I don't know how many weeks now. They're making the Bullet Club look like trash. They're making them look like this is a weak team, pretty much. But yeah, the club. I keep going to call them Bullet Club, but the club beat the Usos. The Miz beat Cesaro, Owens, and Zayn in the IC title match. It was a good match. Chris Jericho versus Dean Ambrose. I gotta give those two a hand because that is the most extreme match I've seen in a long time. Okay, so somebody want to tell me how an Asylum match, which is just a steel cage with a bunch of weapons hanging from it, is supposed to be more extreme than a no-holds-barred street fight. And it was. And it's sad. Because at WrestleMania, that street fight was a fucking joke. Everybody knows it. And in this Asylum match with Dean Ambrose and Chris Jericho, it seemed like WWE's like, you know what? We gotta have one extreme match on this Extreme Rules pay-per-view. So, have at it. Now, there was barbed wire boards, which they actually used. I was surprised. Thumbtacks, a mop, straitjacket, leather strap, kendo stick. What the fuck else was there? They had a potted plant, but they didn't use that. I don't know why they had that there, but whatever. Nunchucks, and some other stuff I might be forgetting. A fire extinguisher. You know, it was a really good match. You know, sometimes I think people forget how good of a wrestler Chris Jericho is and how good of an in-ring worker he is. But Chris Jericho is how he says it, the best in the world at what he does, and he is. But this is one of those matches where I can say Dean Ambrose is kind of a lunatic. That kind of makes his character a little bit. You know, Dean Ambrose was doing some crazy stuff. That's the lunatic fringe, not what you saw at WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar. That was, I don't know what you call it, but that was a god-awful street fight. Apparently that's what it was. Well, it wasn't. It was just your regular no DQ match. But whatever. Yeah, the Asylum match, best match of the night, best match of the card. The women's title match, I did not watch that match. I really didn't care. Because I've seen Charlotte versus Natalya at Roadblock, Payback. I just got tired of it. But I heard Charlotte retained because of a distraction to Natalya by Dana Brooke. And I heard this rumor that they're going to be bringing Eva Marie up to team with Dana Brooke, which I hope to God they don't, because Eva Marie is the worst, absolute worst women's wrestler ever. And she should be fired immediately. And another thing, how does Eva Marie deserve to be on the main roster more than someone like a Bayley, Asuka, Nia Jax, you know, those people? It's unfortunate that Emma got injured because now it seems like they might not know what to do with Dana Brooke. I mean, she's done all right, but I mean, she kind of needs Emma. But I mean, it's the women, so. I mean, I do like the women's division more than the Divas division. It's just, you know, at the moment, I'm not really too invested. You know, I'll get invested when it's Sasha Banks versus Charlotte because Sasha's my favorite diva right now. So, yeah. What the fuck else happened on the show? the New Day versus the Vaudevillains. I didn't watch that match because I was in the shower, so I don't know who won that match, but I'm pretty sure it was a good match. I'll have to check, but yeah, I apologize. I didn't get to see that match. Is there any other match that I'm forgetting besides the main event, or I don't know. If I'm forgetting a match, I'm sorry, but Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles. I'm going to go on the record and say, fuck Roman Reigns. I hate Roman Reigns personally. The way they're building him makes me hate him more. They are building him to crush the Bullet Club, which he's been doing, crush AJ Styles, which he's been doing. He kicked out of 2 Styles clashes. Come the fuck on. Like, really. The Styles Clash was putting people out in TNA, putting people out in Ring of Honor, putting people out in New Japan. You come to WWE, he does 2 Styles Clashes to Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns kicks out. And I believe he kicked out of a phenomenal forearm as well. And AJ Styles went to do another one, and he got speared, and, 1, 2, 3, Roman Reigns won. People were booing. Seth Rollins runs down to the ring, the crowd goes crazy. Pedigrees Roman Reigns. He should have, in my opinion, I understand that they don't want the curb stomp because it's apparently a dangerous move, but Seth Rollins needs the curb stomp back. I mean, it makes Seth Rollins more original, and I like the move a lot more, personally. So, in my opinion, just leave the pedigree to Triple H. That's Triple H's thing. That's what makes Triple H, because that's his move. But Seth Rollins does a pretty good pedigree. But yeah, that's pretty much my Extreme Rules review. I wasn't even expecting to do an Extreme Rules review, but yeah. Not much else to say. I'm excited for Raw tomorrow to see where they go with Seth Rollins, because that would be really fucking pointless if they had Seth Rollins come back tonight and he's not even on Raw tomorrow. I would throw something and probably most likely make a hole in my wall, and I don't want to do that, so hopefully Seth Rollins will be on Raw tomorrow, and I'm actually interested to see Raw tomorrow. That is a surprise, isn't it? You all are going to tune into Raw tomorrow. Why? Because you want to see Seth Rollins. That's the only reason you're going to tune in. Oh, I got to watch Raw. I got to see Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is back. I got to see what they're doing with Seth Rollins. And I don't know what they're going to do with Seth Rollins. It's either going to be Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank, or they're going to do something to where Seth Rollins will end up being in like the Money in the Bank match, and he'll have to win the Money in the Bank again. And I don't know. But then what will they do with Roman Reigns? Because I really hope they don't have Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles again, because AJ Styles has been buried enough. Leave him alone, please. But I don't even know how much longer AJ Styles is going to be. Like, I don't know how long he's going to be around. I'm not saying like retiring, but he might leave for a while, because apparently what people have been saying is he's been dealing with injuries, and that's why he hasn't been wrestling on TV as much. And I think after this, AJ Styles might take a little bit of time off to rekindle those injuries, or what the fuck ever you call it. Try to heal up. I mean, AJ Styles probably doesn't want to, but it would be the smarter thing, because I don't want AJ Styles to get hurt like Seth Rollins did and be out freaking 6 to 9 months and have to relive the stupid Roman Empire era. For the love of God, I would shoot myself. But no, I wouldn't shoot myself, but I wouldn't watch. But yeah, I really don't know what they plan on doing with Seth Rollins. Like I said, most likely the logical thing people are thinking is Roman versus Seth at Money in the Bank, which is the next pay-per-view. Or Seth Rollins might be in the Money in the Bank. But then you also got John Cena coming back, and you don't know what his position is going to be. Is he going to... Oh yeah, one match I missed. Rusev versus Kalisto. I didn't see that, but anyway. Where was I at? Yeah, you don't know where John Cena is going to be at, when he comes back. You don't know if he's going to be going after the U.S. title, or going to be in the Money in the Bank, or what the fuck John Cena is going to be doing. But it'll be nice to see John Cena back. It's nice to see Seth Rollins back. It's nice to see Cesaro back. It's going to be great to see Randy Orton back. And whenever Bray Wyatt and them come back, that'll be a plus, because hopefully by SummerSlam, these are kind of the matches I want to see for SummerSlam. I would like to see either Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton or Brock Lesnar versus Bray Wyatt, which we were supposed to get at Roadblock, but I guess Bray Wyatt was dealing with injuries, and that's why he couldn't fight, and that's why he had Luke Harper fight for him. But Luke Harper is injured as well, and Luke Harper will be out 6 to 8 months, I believe. And because Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper are injured, there's no reason to have Eric Rowan or Braun Strowman on the ring, because God knows those two guys suck so hard. But yeah, and I don't know if what happened to Big Show and Kane, but I'm kind of glad they're gone. I like Kane. In my opinion, I like Kane, but the way Kane is now, I don't really want him on TV. If he's not going to be the big red machine, you know, the freaking monster that destroys everybody, and to be like a joy to watch, to have great rivalries like he used to back in the day, then there's no point in having him on TV. What are they going to do? Have him be Corporate Kane again? For the love of God, I hope they do not do that. I don't know what the fuck Kane's going to be doing. And I also heard that recently Cody Rhodes is now released from WWE, and I kind of don't blame him. I heard it's for like grieving reasons because of Dusty Rhodes passing and all that shit. I don't know, but I think, in my opinion, I think it's a good move on Cody Rhodes' part, because, you know, not many people know or would realize it, but Cody Rhodes has been there for 10 years. He's been there since 2006. 10 years, and this guy's won Intercontinental title, Tag Team title. You know, Cody Rhodes has had a pretty good career. So yeah, Cody Rhodes apparently asked for his release, and WWE granted it. So we will no longer see Cody Rhodes, aka Stardust, on WWE programming, which he hasn't even been on there anyway. So I could see why. But yeah, hopefully now that all these guys are coming back, and some of these guys are getting released, because I heard after Extreme Rules, which is today, that this Friday there's going to be more releases. And, you know, I don't think they're going to release Big Show and Kane. People are like, oh, well, it could be Big Show and Kane getting released. They're not going to release Big Show and Kane. Big Show and Kane are in the top 10 highest paid people there. They're not going to release them. Okay? They've been there too long to release them, actually. It'd be the same as releasing The Undertaker, kind of. Oh, they're worse than The Undertaker. Yeah, but, you know, it's kind of the same, like, how long they've been there, and, you know, you can't really release them. But I'm assuming it's going to be people they don't use. Please release Sheamus. Please. Do us all a fucking favor. Get rid of Sheamus. Please. Just please. Get rid of Sheamus. Sheamus is not doing anything. Sheamus has no point in being there anymore. Sheamus just sucks so much. And while you're at it, get rid of Eva Marie. Please. 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 Let's see, is there any other news or anything I could cover? The only thing I've heard about Brock Lesnar is that, like, Brock Lesnar isn't going to be back till around August, around SummerSlam. So that's like a good 3 pay-per-views away, because you got Money in the Bank, and they're probably going to have Battleground, and then SummerSlam, Hell in a Cell, I think, or Night of Champions, what the fuck ever. And I was hearing this thing, that at Survivor Series, apparently, they might be bringing back the War Games thing. You know, the War Games is where they have 2 rings, and then there's this big-ass cage around both rings. It looks like a fucking... it looks like it'd be fun to have a match in it, in my opinion. I remember that match. You can play it on the old WCW games, I think. And you can play it on the Wrestling Revolution game. And it's pretty fun. And I would love to see that come back. Oh my god, I would love to see that. Excuse me, I would love to see that in 2K. It's gonna, well, 2K17 might be out by then, so 2K18, but I'd like to see that in the game. Imagine having a War Games match in the game. 10 guys inside 2 rings inside of a big cage. Just chaos everywhere. Just imagine. Imagine the fun you would have. But that's only wishful thinking. I think that's about all I've got to say about Extreme Rules and all the news and things that I've been hearing. Is there really anything else that I need to talk about or want to talk about? No, I guess that's it. Yeah. Seth Rollins is back. I'm happy. Extreme Rules is okay. So yeah, thanks for watching, and like, subscribe, do what you want, and peace out. Demon of the Warrior, everybody.